Welcome back to another episode of Down in 216, hosted by your boy Will here, man. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling today as we get into another interesting video topic? So I wanted to come and bring up an interesting topic like I already said to you guys. Do you guys think this Cleveland Browns defense can return back to their original state they were at when we left off on them from 2023? If we turn back the history books and just look back 2 seasons ago, this Cleveland Browns team was one of, if not the best defense in the league. The defense that we had in 2023 was one of the best defenses we've had since coming back to Cleveland. And I feel like this team was, known for having a good defense and known for being proudful of how good their defense is. And then all of that just turned around and went took a turn for the worse. Last season, giving up 53 touchdowns, an average of 349 yards. Just looked like one of the worst defenses in the league. And it comes down to a couple of different things. As you guys know, when you're getting beat pretty badly and your defense is out there all day, teams run up a lot of points. Now, I will say that to say that I feel like this is a year that Jim Schwartz needs to be put on the hot seat. A lot of people love to kind of talk about, the offense, but this was a historically good defense in 2023. Historically good. And then they turned around to, be a cakewalk of a defense in 2024. Why was that level of play dropped? That's when we go back to when people blame everything on Deshaun Watson, which is okay if you want to do that. I know the man trash, but that's not making Martin Emerson get beat on a dig route. That's not making Greg Newsome get beat on a go route. That's not making, Dalvin Tomlinson tackle a running back in a running down. So I feel like that's something that a lot of people really not talking about. And I think Jim Schwartz has to be highly questioned. Highly questioned. If this defense cannot return back to, dare I say it, a top 10 defense, I don't see why he should be here. Look at the players he has on his roster. I understand this isn't a good team, but if you want to blame everything on the quarterback, you got a quarterback in Shedeur Sanders and Joe Flacco who could give the defense hope to want to go out there and play good. So that shouldn't be a problem. This Cleveland Browns team should be a good team, But when you have a defense who doesn't have a backbone and gives shit up every time they face a little bit of adversity because they don't believe in their quarterback, it's going to look a lot worse than what it really is. So, unfortunately, that was the case with the 2024 Cleveland Browns. I think they're capable of getting back to that level that they played at in 2023. And if they do that, what does that have to consist of? Well, for one, their head coach can't, tie them with an arm behind their back and give them a horrible offense. We have a coach that's known for being an offensive mind. So hopefully, if Kevin's able to keep us on the field, the defense can turn around and be a good team. And this can look like an accidentally 7-win team. And you'll be surprised, like, hey, how did they win 7 games? They just won 11 games. They just won 11 games. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see. I think if this team or this defense take anything of a step back, I think Jim Schwartz has to be the first person to pack his bags and get the hell out of Cleveland. Like, it makes no sense. You got all that talent on the defensive side of football. We didn't lose anybody. We lost JOK, excuse me. Losing JOK sucks. But you got Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit. I don't want to hear it. You got Greg Newsome. You got Cam Mitchell. This video is sponsored by Detrimental Figures, my brand here. As y'all see, some of the quality of my recent work. You get a signature tag on it as well. We make and really emphasize quality over quantity. So, we try to take and make sure we use the best materials to come up with our shirts and the best designs. Make sure y'all following us on Instagram, Detrimental Figures. So y'all can also get the description down below and hit the link for a shirt. Everything I drop is limited edition. So unfortunately, this shirt is sold out. I don't have any more, but I have different things coming up similar to it. So keep in mind, and I'll keep you guys updated with some of my new stuff throughout these videos coming up. Corners, you got good defensive ends. Now you got Mike Hall. Now you got Mason Graham. Yeah, like, you got two good DTs. You got Myles Garrett on top of that. You got Alex Wright. You got Okubo Okoronkwo. Those are great football. Not great, but those are good to great football players. And Mason Graham and Mike Hall have the ability to be great. Myles Garrett is a generational player. You got Denzel Ward, generational player. Yes, I'm going to say it, generational player. You got Martin Emerson, who just had a good year. And if he's not good, you got Greg Newsome, who's a first-round pick out of Northwestern. So, I don't got no excuses for it, man. I don't want to hear that shit. At the end of the day, you came in here to produce. 2023, maybe they overachieved, but everything is right there in front of them to be able to hold up to that same level of play. Like, this is a team that just gives stuff up and gives up after a while. So hopefully if the offense, and that's when I say it comes back to everything, because you can't expect the defense to be that bad again. And if the defense isn't that bad again, the team isn't going to be that bad again, right? Right. So now if the team isn't that bad, the defense is doing their job. Why isn't the offense doing their job when you have an offensive-minded head coach? Something's going to have to give, or we're going to have a sneaky good year. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a sneaky good year. Typically, we have great years when we have no expectations. That's what we do here. When the expectations are at the highest, they're going to disappoint us. Just calling a spade with a spade. Like I said, calling it for what it is, man. That's what they've done since the last 7 years. The last 2-3 years of me paying attention to them. So, yeah. But besides that, I do think they are capable of being a top 10 defense. I don't think that's a hard bar for this team. Like, look at the talent they have on their roster. It didn't go anywhere. Deshaun Watson didn't make anybody give up any go routes, get beat. That don't got nothing to do with anything. They got to play better. And they're capable of playing better. And they've shown that they're capable of playing better. So I do think they will. I think Shedeur Sanders, Joe Flacco, having them in the locker room will keep them well up and well-spirited. And we're going to see what this team turn out to be. But you guys comment down below. Do you guys think this team will be a top 10 defense going into the 2025-2026 season? And I will say they better. That's going to be my answer. They better. But yeah, that's all I got to say for you guys, man. It's your boy Will. I'm out.